If you want to be truly wealthy, then it is imperative that you understand how rich people think and how they act to be able to build their wealth. And today I'm going to be talking about the 6 laws of generational wealth that I got from Mark Moss. Now, if you don't know who Mark Moss is, I'm going to leave a link to his channel below because he's absolutely amazing. What he doesn't know about wealth and finance probably isn't worth knowing. He's very wealthy himself. He's built wealth based on the principles that he teaches, and he's helped a lot of other people be wealthy. And he's actually worked with a lot of generationally wealthy individuals, and that's how he got to understand these principles. So today is day 28 of the 30-day money mindset series, and the first law of generational or legacy wealth is to think bigger than yourself. The vast majority of people are self-centric. They're thinking about, oh, how is this going to impact me? How am I going to benefit from this wealth? And because they're not long-term thinkers and visionaries, quite often they get themselves into trouble financially because they're not thinking beyond them. So firstly, the way you create wealth, you need to be thinking about who do you impact as a consequence. You are profiting from solving problems for others. That's how the value exchange happens. So the more people you solve problems for, the more money you're going to make. So it's really important that you are thinking about the legacy that you build, about your dynasty, and as well as the amount of people that you impact as a consequence of your business, your entrepreneurship. It's also about the generations that come behind you. So it's about leaving it for your children and your children's children. So there's a lot that goes into this. It's the structures and the systems and the principles that you put in place that protect your wealth. So law number 2 is to pick your engine that's going to create the wealth for you. Now, Mark Moss talks about the 50-year cycles. So those who are truly, truly wealthy and have generational wealth, they have taken advantage of something that comes along every 50 years. So, for instance, you had the Industrial Revolution, and you had steam engines, and you had steel and electricity, you had oil and the automobiles, you had the computer age and the internet, and now you have an unprecedented opportunity that is going to literally transform the world over the coming years, and that is artificial intelligence. If you are not embracing artificial intelligence, AI, then you are going to be left so far behind. And there are many, many ways that you could leverage artificial intelligence to create massive wealth, even legacy wealth. So you could either work directly in the world of AI and artificial intelligence, or you can use AI to accelerate and amplify your efforts to be able to create massive wealth in the future. So you have around about 5 years, according to Mark. This is, it started in around about 2020, unbeknownst to a lot of us, and we're already into about 5 years into this 10-year gap. We do not know what the world is going to look like beyond 2030, and the way AI is shaping our future world, and it's moving so fast, many, many, many possibilities are opening up for the world that we are going to live in. And as somebody who I know you want to have a positive impact in the world, you want to be able to help to shape a world that you leave for your children and your children's children that is better than the one that you arrived in. Am I right or am I right? So why not build wealth, doing good in the world, having a positive impact in the world, and leave a legacy for your children that is not only based in wealth, but it's also having had a positive impact for many other people in the world. So law number 3 is about concentrating your focus and your energy to compound your results. So while a lot of financial advisors out there will say diversify, 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 whilst there might be some validity in that approach and that philosophy, Mark actually says those who are generationally wealthy, they pick a lane and they focus relentlessly on that one thing, because if you diversify, then you dilute your focus and attention, and your ability to create huge impact using one engine with one specific solution that you are providing for the world is seriously diminished, unless you're Elon Musk. Of course, there is always an exception to the rule, and Elon Musk is the exception to most rules within the business and entrepreneurship world. He is definitely one of a kind, and he has built multiple billion-dollar business in different industries. But he is one of a kind. So unless you're somebody who has the mind of Elon Musk, then I wouldn't advise that. I would go with what Mark Moss says and concentrate your efforts on one thing. And I recommend that you choose something that you're passionate about, something that lights you up, something that really, when you leave this planet, what legacy do you want to have left? What impact do you want to have had? What problems do you want to have solved? How do you want to leave the world a better place? And what is it that you are passionate about that not just interests you, but excites you? Because when you focus on monetizing your passion and you are actually living your purpose, man, that changes everything, because the energy that you will invest will go far beyond something that you're really not that interested in. Makes sense, doesn't it? So law number 4 is how to protect your money. So there are many ways that if you don't know how to work the system and how to actually set up a protection mechanism, that your money could be stolen from you. If you think of lawsuits, or if you think of bad advice that you get, or maybe divorces, or there are many, many ways that you could be bled dry by different tripwires within the system. So every single wealthy person, truly wealthy person, they know how to make money, they know how to keep money, and they know how to grow their money. So keeping money and implementing systems and structures, putting those in place, and not just for you, but protecting your wealth for the future generations. So obviously for something like this, you need to get experts who really know what they're doing to give you the right advice. So when you get to that place where you're in a position to put those structures in place, find somebody who really knows what they're doing and has the runs on the board. Now, law number 5 is all about building a family culture and values within your family who are going to operate from the same positive place that you do. So it's about the education that you give your children. It's about building the future leaders that you will be proud of. It's about getting them to understand the principles and philosophies that have caused you to build your wealth. And then they are certainly educated and trained to then take over the empire, the dynasty, and be able to run it with the same values and the same philosophies. So maybe it's rewarding hard work and education and initiative. It's teaching them the values and the principles of money and how to make a difference in the world, how to have a positive impact, and to use wealth in a positive way that makes a really positive difference in the world. So, and if they don't operate by those values, then you can have structures and systems in place that says, well, maybe you don't get all the wealth. And this can also be set up by professionals and experts in the field. So if you want to really build into place your culture within your business to hand down to future generations, you need to look at the right systems and structures that are going to help you to do that. So law number 6 is also about protecting the generational wealth. And this is by putting systems and structures and strategies in place and educating everybody who has an impact, a future impact on this wealth, that they understand the systems that are in place and that these systems ultimately protect the wealth. It's educating your heirs. So, and then protecting the wealth from things like bad advisors, or installing maybe a CEO or a COO who makes bad decisions, or a CFO even who makes bad decisions that ultimately impact the wealth and destroy the company. All of this can be protected to an extent. Of course, nothing is certain. There is nothing that is a fail-safe. But if you educate and prepare those who are going to inherit the wealth that you are building. And you're not only instilling the right values in them, but they understand the foundational principles and how important it is to protect the wealth. Because here's what happens. Very often you will find one person builds this incredibly successful structure and has a multi-million dollar, even maybe 8, 9, 10 figure business, and then they don't sufficiently educate those who are coming up behind them, their children. And a lot of the time their children have a sense of entitlement. They're born into wealth and they don't value wealth. They don't understand the hard work and the foundation and what it took, the sacrifice that it took to build that wealth. So they don't value it the way the founder does. But if the founder is able to prepare their heirs and their children for taking over the legacy, to value what it cost to build it, and to actually value how it will benefit their children in the future, and not allow them to run away with this sense of entitlement, then you are protecting your generational wealth. So the education of heirs is critical, and building those foundational principles within them early is going to help to protect your wealth so they can then pass it on to their children. And then the other thing that happens is there is a certain loss in the second generation, but then the third generation, that's where it often really falls apart, because they really don't understand the value behind what you've built. So that's it. That is the 6 laws of legacy wealth or generational wealth. If you have found value in this, then remember, you can go and check out Mark Moss. I will put the link to his channel in the description below. I will also put the link to my free workshop, How to Create Your Wealth by Design. That link is also in the description below. It's totally free, and I will show you how to dive into the principles of wealth creation that are going to help you to set up your future wealth, your future dynasty maybe, and help you to be rich, wealthy, and successful. So check out the link to the free workshop in the description below. If you have gotten value out of this, then do me a favor, show me some love, like and subscribe, and comment below and let me know what your biggest takeaway is. Tomorrow is day 29 of the 30-day money mindset challenge, so I look forward to seeing you in that video. If you want to catch up on any of the videos that you might have missed in the series, you can check them out in this playlist right here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, which is day 29.